Marcos, não podemos permanecer de fora do conflito de Taiwan.
Tensions in the Asia-Pacific region continue to rise, and this week, the Philippines has made headlines. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. publicly stated that, in the event of a conflict over Taiwan, the Philippines would not be able to stay neutral. In a recent interview, Marcos said, "We cannot pretend that what happens in Taiwan doesn't concern us. If fighting begins so close to our borders, we will inevitably be affected." This statement marks one of the strongest positions the Philippines has taken regarding the Taiwan issue in recent years. The reason behind his concern is clear. Taiwan lies only about 200 kilometers north of the Philippines. In a military conflict, this distance becomes critically important. Missiles, air patrols, and even naval clashes could easily spill into Philippine waters and airspace. Beyond geography, the human element is also significant. Over 150,000 Filipino workers currently live and work in Taiwan. If war breaks out, they would be in immediate danger. President Marcos emphasized that the government must be prepared to evacuate them and offer humanitarian support. The Philippines is not a direct party in the Taiwan dispute, but its strategic position makes it difficult to remain on the sidelines. In recent years, Manila has allowed greater U.S. military access to several bases, especially in the country's northern provinces. Some of these bases are within striking distance of Taiwan. President Marcos explained that the Philippines has been in active talks with its allies, including the United States. The goal is not to provoke conflict, but to prepare for all possibilities. He added, "Our aim is always peace, but peace cannot be achieved through denial. It must be protected through readiness." This position has sparked strong reactions inside the country. Some lawmakers worry that taking such a public stance might damage relations with China, a major trading partner. Others, however, support the president's approach, saying it reflects reality and responsibility. Security experts argue that the Philippines faces a difficult choice. Remaining neutral might not be possible if the U.S. becomes involved given the Mutual Defense Treaty signed in 1951. Under that agreement, both countries are obliged to support each other if either is attacked in the Pacific region. Meanwhile, ordinary citizens are divided. Some fear that aligning too closely with the U.S. could bring war to their doorstep. Others believe that standing with democratic allies is the right path, especially if the conflict threatens regional stability and the safety of overseas Filipino workers. At the same time, the Philippine government has started reviewing emergency plans, including the possible evacuation of citizens from Taiwan, the use of northern airfields, and coordination with humanitarian agencies. International observers say Marcos's comments signal a shift toward clearer alignment with the West. While the Philippines still hopes to avoid war, it no longer views non-involvement as a realistic option. As tensions continue to grow in the Taiwan Strait, one thing is becoming clear. If conflict erupts, the Philippines will be directly impacted, whether it wants to be or not.